Here we are. That's the one. Patek Philippe. This is the classic. And a lot of people look at it and people who don't know watches think, why would you spend $40,000 on a watch like this when it looks like so discreet, nothing really special about it, some might say? And why wouldn't you get something that's more bling bling, more crazy, that really like shines? Why would you get this one? Well, first of all, I did get the other ones too, but this was a big story behind this. And this video, I want to share with you why I actually spent so much money on this watch. And some people might say it's the worst money ever spent. Let me explain. First of all, showreel.
People have today, isn't that they're struggling? Isn't that they can't get out of their shit? It's because the shit that they're in isn't big enough. And why I say that is because if that shit was big enough right now, if the people had a gun pointed to their head, they would actually get their ass moving. Always understand that emotions is what leads to motion. It's energy in motion. So if your emotional drive is not strong enough, you're not going to do anything to get out of it.
What's up guys, Eric Ho here. Today we are talking about Patek Philippe, okay? A lot of people think it's the worst money spent. Let's take a look at it, and I want to share with you on this Motivational Mondays for the reason that I did something to acquire this watch, and I want to share with you how I actually went about doing this, because a lot of people, they look at, sometimes look at the watch cabinet and think, Eric, why would you spend so much money on watches? In fact, when I was growing up, my dad used to always say to me, Eric, buy a Rolex watch. In the Chinese culture, it's one of those things. It's one of those status things. It's one of those things to say that you've achieved something in life, you know. But through growing up, I was never really into money, which was an interesting thing. And I was actually the lazy boy from school, and I was like very average grade kid. Well, might be slightly below average. And oh, check those guys out. I don't know if you can even see it. There's this new dinghy. Oh, you can't see it. It's too tiny. Anyway, it's beautiful out here. So guys, the thing is, what I found is that this whole environment thing changed my life, and I managed to actually acquire and get this watch straight after it alongside the other watches. But this was one of my first watches back then. And I really, the thing is, I really love watches. It gives me this, I don't know what it is. I feel some external power from it. I think it's maybe, you know, because I believe everything holds energy. And I believe that watches hold energy. Everything else holds energy. And you need to check out this chair. This is the awesome chair. I'm gonna do another video on this. This is so cool. You know, I don't know if you guys seen the other video. Went out with Kaina, and she does her famous queen wave. She's always into her queen wave. Yeah.
First of all, tighten this muscle because we don't want that. Okay, so to pretend that you've been working out.
Okay,
but
exactly.
actually you have been. You look great. There's the screw the light bulb.
Screw the light bulb.
Screw that. Just screw it. Look, just relax the hand.
Relax the hand.
There you go. And look, there's a man up there doing it.
And we were out shopping in Westfield. All done. So happy. And then we seen this chair, and I thought, whoa, amazing. And then it was like, whoa, it's like $6,000. And then I thought, you know what? You have to get it because. I said you have to get it. You have to get. If you had one, you'll know why you got one. Anyway, besides the point now. We're talking about Patek Philippe. Okay, the story of this 40K watch. Okay, so how did it actually come along? By the way, I'll show you one really cool thing. I don't know if you can hear it. Right? It's really cool. So, wait there. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. I don't think it's working. It sounds really sexy when it's spinning this thing here. It's so cool. That's the beautiful thing. And it's hidden. It's really discreet. Guys, anyway, so I was, lazy boy growing up. And I remember I saved up for a home cinema to be installed into my house, and then my dad said, why do you want to spend so much money on a home cinema? I think it was around £5,000 or something like that back then. And I said, Dad, I said, because it's so cool, you know, having a home cinema. And then he said to me, he said, Eric, why don't you buy a Rolex watch? And I said to him, I said, why would I buy a Rolex watch? You know, I couldn't get my head around that. And now I'm like a watch addict, right? And how that actually happened, and let me tell you something, I changed my circle of friends, I changed my environment, and everything around me started to change. Because what I did was, I accidentally, although I don't believe accidents happen, I accidentally started hanging around with a crowd that were students. They came from China and they had very, very wealthy backgrounds. So they were driving literally like, I remember this baby blue Lamborghini. I remember this, I think she just tried to throw something at me or something. I remember this baby blue Lamborghini, and one drove like a Bentley Continental GT and all of these cars. And then I was driving a BMW, a new BMW M3 at the time, and I thought it was pretty cool until I met these guys, right? So then what happened was I met them, and then they were all into watches, all into Cartier watches, Piaget, AP, and all these type of watches. I had no idea what half of these names were. I didn't even know what this was. And then what actually happened was, now this is a very significant part of my life, right? Because of environment, and we can only be as good as our environment, you know. It's very hard to have, like, let's say you have a negative environment, it's very hard to shine and be exceptional and be so positive and be so motivating if you've got negativity happening all around you all the time, right? So I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'm trying to find somewhere comfortable. Guys, I'm gonna turn this on, you know. Shall I turn this on? You want me to turn this on? This is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. Oh, here we go. Right, so we're gonna go for this is the coolest thing, is this zero gravity button, right? I want you to watch this, right? It's so cool. Adjusting to zero gravity position. So legs are coming out, and then watch the next tilt. This is the cool bit. Oh, here we go. Whoa. 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 This is so cool. And then you can press this button and then start. You know, I'm going to show you this on another video. Let's just lie here and have this nice conversation here over the. I lost the Patek. Oh, here it is. Okay, so anyway, what actually happened was, met these guys and they were all wearing really fancy watches and cars and all this type of stuff, and I was just like, wow, it's like, why would you spend so much on these things? But then a part of me made me feel, I mean, you can either get demotivated by this and think, oh, I don't stand a chance next to these guys, I feel so bad about myself, I don't feel successful. Or you can look at it and set that as your goal, right? And I just seen it and I set that as my goal. I said, you know, I want to have this. So the story of this is quite funny. I actually I didn't have that much money back then. I was in my early 20s. And then I just started my first business, and then I met these guys and I thought, you know what, I need to buy this. So I took out all my money at the time and some more to buy this watch. Now the story of this happens like this, you know, and if you're taking notes, I want you to write this down. I don't know why you'll be taking notes. This was quite an interesting vlogging day, I think. But anyway, if you are taking notes, well, start taking notes now, okay? So take notes on this, because what you focus on expands. Okay, and Tony Robbins talks about this all the time. He says, where focus goes, energy flows and results show. And what actually happened was, I was focusing on money because I needed money for this watch. And the more I focus on money, the more I seen opportunities, which is an interesting concept in itself. And then because I changed my environment, I needed to focus on money. And then where I focus on expanded, I seen more opportunities. And then I went into another business deal and another business deal and another business deal, and everything else kicked off from there. Literally an export company, steel and rubber factory, franchise noodle bar, everything just started kicking off from there. And that's why a lot of you actually know me as the yo-yo noodle guy, because of the franchise that I created back then. And it just all started from there. But anyway, the message I really wanted to land for you today was, change your environment, change your life, change your friends, change your life. It changed my life, you know. And this watch, by the way, if you're looking at getting one, my thought on this is like this. For primary watch, it depends, you know, what type of person you are. If you're one of those people who like going out showing off and stuff like that, this isn't really a show-off watch. It only works as a show-off watch if people know watches in that environment, right? So if I'm hanging around with a real wealthy crowd who all know watches, then I'm wearing this, people know what the deal is. But if I'm going out there to the average person, they have no idea what this is. So it actually gives you a real discreet type of power, which I love about it. Yeah, because I feel like only I know this secret right now, is that there's a lot of money in this watch, but nobody else knows, you know? And I find a lot of power in having that low-key power, you know? I don't even know if that's a term. Well, it is a term now. I'm claiming it. Eric Ho term. Okay, so anyway, guys, I think that's it from me. Change your friends. Change your environment. By the way, this doesn't mean defriend, okay? Don't go unfriending people and say, Eric told me to not be friends with you anymore. I did not say that, yeah? I'm just saying, change your environment. You can only be as good as the people you hang around with because we are influenced, whether we like it or not, by our surroundings. So bear that in mind, guys. If you're looking to get one of these, I highly recommend it. I love it. It's amazing. I wish I could get paid for selling Patek Philippe watches because it's an amazing watch. Guys, if you like watch reviews, I don't know if you guys are into this stuff. If you're into this stuff, let me know. Comment below. If not, that's okay too. Check out the next video. We'll not talk about watches anymore. Remember, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Give a comment below. If you haven't already, let me know where you've tuned in from. Until next time, guys, remember, please remember to hit the subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. I'm doing daily inspiration, motivation, and taking you along the journey of success. And bye. So we're going to, what?
Pick up mum.
We're gonna go pick mum up. Let's do this. Always carry the love bottle with me. Seems like I haven't seen mum for a while. It's gonna be good. Always nice to have mum around. And my dear mum. Haven't seen her for a while. This is my mum.
Yeah, it was alright, yeah.
Been waiting long, mum?
10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.